31 now on 1st and 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
To throw, Mayfield. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the 1st round. But they circled back in the 2nd round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line. That's the end of the first.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Tight end's right. 4 down, check, 4 down. 52. Take 2. 50.
The first throw now for the backup, Keenum. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Keenum now to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Landry, the intended target. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
He's coming, double up. Clear. Mike 50. One left.
Check back.
Short.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Well, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Keenum. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Mike 50. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
First down, Seattle.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Second and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
On second and 12, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wilson. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They run it with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the
pressure gets to him again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. The final shot before the break. Keenum going up top and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
What? No, Roger.
Keenum now on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Off play action. Keenum. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
0-0. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
14. 12. That's it. Nice 50, nice.
Throwing is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Keenan now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Seahawks 42.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They will run with Graham. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's going to go down again. Benson Mayoa in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
57. Mike.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson going for Metcalf. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. He's at the 30. It's a big play there for the Browns. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
First and goal.
53. Mike 57. Hey, check 43. Check. 52, here we go. Hot.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. To throw is Keenum. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Wilson. Oh, he stays up, fighting through. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 58 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Switch up. Hey, go Roger. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, Zoo.
On play action. Now Keenum. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Keenum. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Let's get some penetration here.
Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Off the play fake. Keenum. He finds his target. Beckham. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Don't get nervous.
Wilson leaves this one with Penning.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Hey, box drop.
Keenum on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Keenum. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.